I'm late. Who the hell we have here? We have Art Collector, John Bethy, Jake's Custom Parts, Finn, Million Restaurant Tips. How's it going, my friend? How are you guys doing this evening? Okay, hold on. I need to get rid of my partner here. This little bugger here. And I want to introduce you guys to a concept called history. All right, first off, how's it going? Hope you all had a great weekend. Let's get right into it. First off, okay, the California Gold Rush was from 1848 is when it started, even though they say it's 1849, they call it 49ers. From 1848 to 1855, it started January 24th, 1848, when gold was found by James W. Marshall at Sutter's Mill. Cool, right on. Let's see here. For decades, 49ers, yes, lies, for like 7 years, the 49ers panned, mined, and mined along the river, collectively finding over 750,000 pounds of gold. Okay, but what people don't realize is the American government federalized all that land and stopped all the gold mining because it was having a reverse effect that we're having now on our economy, to where now we don't have enough gold and we have a lot of dollars. So it's, you have inflationary type environment. Not that it will be, but it's an environment for inflation. Back then, we had 750,000 pounds of gold flushed into our economy back in 1848 through 1845. That is a crap load. Now, to give you an example of how crap load that is, the Deep South gold mine in South Africa, the richest gold mine in the world, has produced 32.8 million ounces, or 2 million pounds. Okay, so the Deep South gold mine in South Africa has been around for 30 some years. It goes to the depth of almost 3,000 meters, and it's pulled up 32.8 million ounces, which is 2 million pounds of gold. So if that's 2 million pounds of gold. So and that's over 30 years. In California, they pulled out 750,000 ounces of gold, or 750,000 pounds of gold, in 7 years. So, and then the government stopped the gold rush because it was having the reverse effect on our economy that we're having right now. We had too much gold, not enough money. So they stopped it in federalized land. No one has been gold mining up there ever since. It's illegal. You can't do it. You're allowed to pan in certain places along the American River. And to this day, you still find gold, which means the mother lode is still there depositing it. Cool. So if they got 750,000 pounds and they estimated there's still 90% of the gold still in the ground, that's 7.2 million pounds total, minus 750,000 pounds. You have about 6 million pounds of gold still in the ground in the California Sierra Nevadas. That's history. It's already been done. It's been proven. No one wants to talk about it. Yeah, it takes a little while to get the gold out, but it doesn't need to be out of the ground. It's called leverage. It's the way our whole system works. People just need to recognize that we have it. I figured it out. I just did a little research on the gold rush, how they did it, why did it end, which is most important to me. Why did it end? So then you find out it ended. Hey, how's it going, Mary? Sorry I didn't see you earlier. Well, I was not keeping up with chat. Finn, hello, everybody. So there's 90% of the gold still in the ground, 750,000 pounds pulled out in 7 years. That was from 1848 to 1855. Then they federalized all the land, and no one's got any gold out of there since. America has shitloads of gold. It's historic. It's a historic fact. All you got to do is research. Why did they stop the gold rush? Google, why did they stop the gold rush? Just Google it, find out. See what Google tells you. And then you'll find out, wow. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mary. I thought you just liked the cats jumping on me randomly, like this one right here keeps doing. Yeah, I heard you, big guy. Yeah, so there you go. 750,000 pounds of gold pulled out of the ground in California during the 1848 to 1855 gold rush. Stopped by the federal government because it was killing our economy and would have killed our country because we had too much gold, not enough cash for the gold. Everyone, it's like if you study on the kingdom of Kush, which came around 800 BC ish, they were kind of big. Right on, Wealth of Nation. They're always a winner in my book too. The kingdom of Kush supposedly had the richest man ever to be known about in history. Everywhere he went, just traveling, whatever city he went to, he was so wealthy, he caused hyperinflation in every city he went to because he brought so much wealth with him. You need to study history, man. It's awesome. So, there's a lot going on there. But anyhow, the facts are the facts. You can research it yourself. The gold rush in Northern California was stopped. The government says with about 90% of the gold still in the ground, 750,000 pounds pulled out. If 90%, if that's 10%, that's 7.5 million pounds. So there's 6.75 million pounds left in the ground in Northern California. We have gold, people. Don't let no one fool you. Don't fall for the stupid shit of the masses of hystericals who don't understand history, much less want to read it or know its place and how it fits in with the here and now. And as I've done some propaganda, as I've done some reports, there's an open pit gold mine that's opening up 2 miles north of Cerro Gordo in the Sierra Nevadas. I don't recall exactly where. It's like Central California area. Open pit gold mine opening up 2 years ago. The guy who runs it's a Ghost Town. It's a YouTube show. He's hooked up with the Diesel brothers every now and then and helped him rebuild his ghost town. He's got a petition going trying to stop them from opening up the second largest open pit gold mine in the world. No news told you about that, but because I watched that gentleman's show, I signed the petition. Of course, it didn't do any good. They still are opening the second largest open pit gold mine in the world in California. And the reason I believe that the Californians are allowing this to happen is because it's on federal ground. And the state of California environmental laws do not apply. That's how they, I believe, are going to be opening up. Because the iron workers, the poophead governor that we have, signed a bill that's expanded the workload of union iron workers to include hydrogen plants. Evil Cowboy, what's up? Yes, it is a great buy. To include the building of chemical plants and hydrogen plants. That means here in California, they have plans to build a chemical plant. Several of them, apparently. So environmental laws and chemical plants, they're not best of friends. And California, got a cat climbing up my back. Motherfucker. So we're going to be building chemical plants, and I don't see how we can do that with all the environmental impact regulations, all this other crap. But, it's probably going to be on federal land. And if it's on federal land, they don't have to follow state regulations. So environmental stuff is only on the federal level, and feds can fast track whatever the hell they want. You know that. But that's on our future workload, chemical plants and hydrogen plants. Phillips 66 and Chevron are going to be building a hydrogen plant. Chevron's going to be building 30 refueling stations for hydrogen cars here in California alone in the next 5 years. Just letting you know what major oil companies are investing in. So if they're investing in it, you should be looking at investing in it too. Because both Phillips and Chevron quit making gas for cars and are now making. We just finished retrofitting them. As a union iron worker, that's in our work capacity as well. We just finished the retrofit of Chevron and Phillips 66 from gas to biodiesel. They are now producing biodiesel. So biodiesel hydrogen hybrid cars engines are coming out, apparently. Phillips 66, William. Phillips 66 is going to be running the hydrogen plant, but Chevron's going to go in financially with them to build it. This guy's got sharp claws. They're going to go in with them and build it, but Chevron's going to get 30 they're going to build 30 hydrogen fueling stations throughout California, and they're going to be Chevron hydrogen fueling stations. But it's Phillips 66 or 99 Phillips 66, whichever one, they're going to be running the hydrogen plant. But both, damn you, Cat, both Chevron and Phillips 66 are going to be putting the money into the hydrogen plant. Let me put this guy in jail. That's funny. I got a little kitty jail or kitty prison, and Gandalf's inside it playing right now. I got to put the kitty in there. I was going to lock him up. I was like, Gandalf, what are you doing in the kitty jail? Yeah, they're probably going to build a hydrogen plant along the north coast, as I imagine. Hey, what's up, Joseph Lopez? They're probably going to build it on the north coast because it is water, basically. I only passed by the Grand Canyon, never stopped and been there. But the pictures that I've seen, it's a very majestic place. What kind of car do I drive? I drive a 2010 Scion XL. Chad, what's up? I think anyone who buys a new car with that in it is an idiot. And if it comes down to where you have to, here's what I suggest. I suggest you open an LLC and you have the LLC purchase the vehicle for you in the LLC's name, and it keeps your name out of it, even though you're on the LLC. Doesn't mean you're driving the car. On the insurance policy that the LLC gets for that car, you put a number of people down that could be driving it, so that way they can't nail you down, but they're still going to hit the kill switch, which is kind of fucked up. But yeah, I like 1978 Ford F-150s because they're carburetors, no computers. Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. I don't like that law at all. Mandatory kill switch on cars is a government overreach, to be nice. Very serious government overreach. And totalitarian on top of that. I think the government needs to. If the government's doing its job, why the fuck would the people care to say anything bad about it? The only time the government should care about what you're saying is when they're screwing you over, and they want to keep you quiet. So it's a dead end road when any country goes down that. The government that's in charge is not going to be around for long. I'll look into doing that, William. Yeah, see it, Chaz, 2026. I'm not going to be buying a new car. I got that car, paid $1,000 cash. I've had it for 3 years. I put $1,400 into repairs, along with just tires, and oil changes. I'm gonna get an old car, carbureted car, so that way I don't have to worry about any of that crap. Actually, I want to get a solar powered catamaran and not even own a house. Just live on the water to where if they get too crazy, I just go outside 15 miles and the laws of that country don't apply to you because you're in international waters. Sorry, guys, I'm catching up on chat. I'm talking a little bit too much and I didn't read out here. I tell you what, Wealth of Nations, do you live near the Grand Canyon? Hey, what's up, JM? I think that'd be great, man. Especially if you're drunk and you're fucking running out of gas, you just pull over and fill it up. Sorry, that's a joke. No, I think the technology's awesome. I think the technology's awesome. It's awesome. The problem with it is keeping the heat source going for the water to be able. See, there's Gandalf. What's up, Gandhi? Say hello to the crowd. This is my Russian blue. He's a sweetheart. He's going to lay down on my lap for a little while till he realizes I'm smoking. He doesn't like smoke, and he's probably going to jump. Yeah, that's cool, Will. Yeah, at one point in time, I had I told you he doesn't like smoke. I had an 86 Bronco that had the back. You could tell it was cut off. Total redneck. And I paid like $300 for it. Hell, I left the keys in it sometime because the doors stayed locked. You had to jump in the back. Total fucking redneck fashion. And then hop in. And it had the top left over the driver's part, but right behind the driver it was cut. It wasn't like a convertible. The guy cut it off. So if it rained, you got wet. I love that car. How many days does it take to hike it? Or how many days did you take on your hikes? I know there's lots of different times. You can even take like 3 weeks in hikes and stuff. Or just do a day hike or a 3 day hike or 1 week hike. I'm sure they've got lots of different planned hikes. Yeah, the cops put those on John Beatty. They're blow tests for if you get too many drunk driving. You have to blow in it, and it has to be clear before they'll allow you to start your car. Sorry, making tea. I'm getting attacked by a cat. I should expect that. So I didn't hear anyone say anything about my content on the amount of gold America supposedly still has in the ground from an 1855 survey. I'd like to go on a river rafting down the Grand Canyon. They got like little 3 day or 8 day or even I think 14 day river rafting experiences that you can go down. But to be honest with you, just like everyone else, I would love to get to the part where the federal government says you can't go, because I want to know. I want to know what they have there. I think it'd be very interesting because they have an area of the Grand Canyon where you cannot fly drones. You fly drones at ground level, but you can't go breach the rim of the canyon, or nor can you hike in that area of the canyon, nor can you video in that area of the canyon. Of course, that's the area I would love to go to. Yeah, no, going down is a one-day thing. If you just, dude, I might look good, but I'm 55. I'm not going to hike down and hike up the damn fucking Grand Canyon in a day unless you're paying me $70 an hour. No, they got mules. You can take a mule going down and going up. But I tell you what, that's scary. I'd rather walk. Yeah, a mule, that's scary because you're up there bouncing around and he's on the edge and he's doing good, but you're on top of this thing. This thing's going like this and you're on top, and he's walking that little path just fine, and you're on the top going, holy fuck. No, yeah, I'd love to actually hike down and take a like a 3-day rafting tour. Or, well, it's not a tour. Well, I guess it is. The only problem is I smoke weed, so it'd have to be a private one. I'd have to hire them off duty guys to take me on their own time, so that way they wouldn't narc me out. I used to in the summertime, I'd go up to the Sierra Nevadas. I never skied, snow skied, but up in the summertime, I went to Kirkland and North Star. And in the summertime, their lifts are still open. And okay, come on. All of their downhill is listed the same course as far as relative danger, I guess. But you can do it on a mountain bike. And you can take the gondolas up on your mountain bike and just go straight downhill mountain biking all damn day long. It was like $36. I did that. I used to do that a lot. I didn't steep it. Well, I might have once. But I still have to put milk in it. So I'm going to disappear for about 15 seconds so I can put milk in it because I'm Scottish and we put milk in our tea. Skydiving would be cool. It's always better when you can like free fall. Disclaimer, I've never done it. I only imagine it would be better because I have jumped out where you're hooked up and you have to be tight. I mean, it pulls for you. So there's really no expectation or no adrenaline rush. I mean, of course, I look at things weird. That's why I'm an iron worker. I have a picture on the Facebook of just my toes on the edge of the beam. It was the 50th floor. It's like 1,000 foot up in downtown San Francisco. And it just showed, it was a downward picture of my legs, my toes, and then the building all the way down because I was on the edge of the building. And that's no big deal to me because I know, I put it there. I know it's not going to go anywhere, So like if I'm in an airplane and I'm hooked up, there's no thrill because I know it's going to pull it for me. I know nothing's going to go wrong. I mean, it's just everything's going to work. So there's no thrill in it, I don't get a thrill in going up, fucking putting up 50-story, 60-story, 70-story buildings like I used to. It's no fun. I lost that rush. What is Chad doing here? Oh, Chad, we need to hook up. You, me, Wealth, and Hoppa, maybe Mary. I'll do a Grand Canyon thing. What's up, Gerald? Oh, it's fun, man. They got all kinds of shoes. I saw this. It's the jet suit where you jump out of a plane and it's got a permanent set of wings, or not permanent, but a hard set of wings. It's about 14 foot, maybe 12 foot. It's got a little jetpack on the back of it. Of course, you have a parachute, and you just jump out of the plane and you have this thing on, and you kick it on, and you could fly right beside the plane for like 20 or 30 miles before it's some cool shit. Paragliding would be cool. Off the rim of the Grand Canyon because it's got a great updraft. Just watch where the hawks go and do it there. I saw that guy jump off the tallest building in Dubai. Free jumping. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna put some milk in my tea. I'll be right back. I hope Ginger kept you occupied. She's right there. Say hello, Ginger. That's my redhead. She's got a red mohawk. I went down. It was back in, I think January 1996. The New River Gorge in West Virginia. They closed down that bridge, and they open up the dam and they pour out water. And the New River Gorge is a class 5, 4, and 5 rapids for that 1-2 days, and they allow people to free jump off of that bridge. I did an 8-hour whitewater rafting trip back in, I think it was January in 1996, down at class 4, class 5 rapids, New River Gorge. Where's Gerald? Yeah, there's a lot of things they should do they don't allow. Here's some food for thought. Do some research on your own. Don't believe me. I'm going to tell you the story, but do some research on your own on the Cleopatra and Mark Antony's son. After they were defeated, but we all know the story. Mark Antony got killed, and Cleopatra committed suicide. But what happened to their son? What happened to all the treasures? Some stories lead to the Grand Canyon. Even American Indian historical lore leads to the Grand Canyon with Mark Antony and Cleopatra's son, with lots of Egyptian treasures. Lots of scrolls from the Book of Alexandria, or the Library of Alexandria, all kinds of crap, supposedly. But, you know, as long as part of the Grand Canyon is off limits to us because the federal government, we'll never find out. We'll just hear those stories of people who did find Egyptian artifacts. Sweet. Well, it looks like you and I are very, very similar. I've never been down the Gully River, but the New River, I've been down the New River rafting, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. I was in front of the boat. Yeah, it's, again, it doesn't take but a little bit of common sense. I mean, typically a government you're supposed to trust, but we know our government here. Everyone's from America. Yeah, we don't trust the motherfucker. It lies to us all the time. It abuses us. It uses us. It treats us like shit, and we still pay fucking taxes for it. It's gonna lie to us and keep shit away from us. So anytime they have shit that's off limits, I don't trust their reasoning for it. I'll tell you that right now. What the real reason is, but their reason, that's not it. So that's that. Exactly, Chad. Exactly. Oh, well, maybe one day I'll get over back to West Virginia area and hit the Gully River. Or Galilee River. I got you beat, Gerald. I'm in California. That's number 2. And I think New York is number 1. Or California's number 1 and New York's number 2. Yeah, it's a toss up. Yeah, they do, JM. And that's why I say vote for Not only will I fire everyone, I'll run America like in a corporation, and every citizen will be a shareholder. Because this government's got so much fucking money. It's pathetic. It's frivolously fucking spending on shit it doesn't need to, just to waste it. I saw it back in the 80s when my dad worked Crown Electronics. There's abundant waste. If it was run like a corporation, this country would be wealthy beyond belief, and our citizens wouldn't have to pay taxes, but they could receive revenue from all the resources underneath our feet. So vote for Neil Hahn, president. Thank you. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? If not, vote Neil Hahn. Stealing that from Ronald Reagan. Plagiarism. Blue Ridge Mountains, Gerald, are nice. I went through the Smoky Mountains, and there is a reason why they're called the Smoky Mountains. In the morning, it damn sure looks like them sons of bitches are on fire. Not the fire part, but the smoke part. I also legalized weed because I think there's a lot that can be done with that medically, industrially, and personally on a mental and a physical health basis that's being repressed right now as even possible cures for cancer. Possible. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is, YouTube. I'm saying possible, YouTube. Possible. Not is. Not medical advice. Let's get off that subject. I don't want to be this fucking. I just got rid of my last strike, guys. Don't get me going. No medical shit. Once I start spewing medical facts, I get a strike. JM, you can. As a matter of fact, if I was you, JM, I would fly to Mexico and walk across the border, dude. You get $3,600 a month, man. Fuck, would even pay for you to open up a business, brah. Give you a house and shit. Do it like the homies, brah. Sorry, guys, I'm being funny. It's true, but very funny. Shit, I'm thinking about going down to Mexico and fucking come across the border. Get more rights and more money from the government. They used to use hemp oil in lamps back in the 1800s, bro. You grow it yourself. That's why they illegalized it, because you didn't have a need for a big industry if you could do it yourself. That's why the Democrats hate Republicans, because if you live in a fucking rural area out in a farm, you're probably a Republican because you have to do your shit yourself. If you live in a city, you're a Democrat. You have to have the government live your life for you. Mexico has different laws. That's all that is, Mary Cliff. They have different laws. They're controlled by different cartels than American cartels. I tell you what, Chad, cold water extraction, CDB, is some of the, and I only found one lady who made it, and she moved away. She was some hippie lady, lived down 2 blocks down. And man, I took some of that stuff. It's like neck and shoulder, lower back. I was like, damn, man, flexibility increase of a good 10-15%. It took care of all the muscle to bone kind of connections, or bone to bone connections. It alleviated all of that, man. It was beautiful shit. Yeah, state, man. Yeah, you can get a lot of stuff in Mexico. A friend of mine down the road, he's Mexican. He legally moved up here. He goes down there all the time. His dog had some issue, some cancer or something. He took it down to Mexico, and for like $800, had all the surgeries and shit. Took care of the dog. Up here, it would have been like fucking 16,000. It's ridiculous. It's definitely we have our. That's why I said we have our own cartels, and it is the medical and pharmaceutical industries. That's our cartels. Damn, I hope I don't get a strike for saying that. You know, people say they have problems getting shit across the fucking country. I got 13 silver coins sent to me from England. No problem. No problem at all. I got. No, I'm not going to tell. No more medical shit. I don't want to strike. But once they legalize it federally, America's going to save a lot of money right off the bat. Because once they legalize marijuana, there is probably over 50, 100,000 court cases just for marijuana users getting caught using it. And if you consider the amount of money it costs to do a court case on someone on something so pathetic as he was caught smoking weed, that we could save hundreds of millions in just courts costs just by legalizing it. Hey, Kelly, what's up? I'm glad you're here as well. Shit, we've got a packed house tonight. 2 quarts of booze, huh, John? That's some hella pain there, brother. Yeah. Oh, it's big. It's a big in every state that legalizes it. It's big cash crop for the state as well for taxation. JM. That's why I grew my own. And I got about 100 $12 feminized seeds, or $1,200. $1,200 worth of feminized seeds. And a buddy of mine gave me those 6 feminized seeds, for which cost him $72. Didn't cost me shit. Cost him $72. Yeah, there's money in this stuff. I just don't make money in it. I'm preparing next year. I'm gonna make money next year. I'm gonna grow 2 plants, and I plan on getting about 8 pounds, and I'm only gonna keep 1. So I plan on making about $20,000 off of shit next year. I'm getting hell out of this state. Yeah, it is, Mary. And the thing is, you're not even guaranteed that they're female. They'll sell you female seeds, and they might not be female. What are you guys doing in here? My big cat's like going into the little kitty cat jail. Good one, Ralph. Oh, Callie. Yeah, get in touch with me. It's growing's easy once you figure out what's important and what's not important. And anytime that any institution has told you it's important to grow their way, that's the wrong way. So basically, everything you've been taught about growing, unless you've been taught about organic soil growth, growing your soil, unless you've been taught about growing soil, pretty much everything you've been taught's wrong. I don't use. Matter of fact, I'm going to grow corn next year. So I'm over when they're cropping fava beans out in front of my neighbor's house. so that because the fava bean has nitrates that goes into the root systems because it pulls nitrogen out of the air. Pulls nitrogen out of the air and deposits it in the root system. So when you kill the plant off, that nitrogen gets permanently deposited in the root in the soil till the next plant comes along to feed off of it. Pure natural nitrogen that you did not have to pay for. As a matter of fact, you got fava beans to eat while making pure nitrogen for your soil. 3, 2, 3, 4. You know, I like it 2 4s or 3 1s. Little girl shit. My shit. I came up with my own breed of seed. That's what that one bottle was. Purple stalk, purple stems, purple bud with a little bit of green in between, and a lot of crystal. A lot of crystal. Yeah, Mary, that's the stuff that I cultivated and developed my own strain. It smells like blueberries just for that reason, because whoever took from you followed their nose like Toucan Sam. And if your shit smells like good weed, people can follow it by smell. If it smells like blueberries or lemons or apples or bananas, they're not going to think it's weed. And that's why I go for the fruity flavor as a base when I go to feminize or mix two plants to come up with a new strain so that I can get the characteristics of this plant and this plant, and I mix them together. It depends on which of those plants you make go male. When you go to when you go to seed it, there's a shitload to it. There's a shitload to it. I was part of Prop 215, excuse me. And although I know you guys have never heard of Neil Hahn from the normal magazines, the marijuana magazines, but this guy, I know it's backwards, Jack Herer. Jack Herer came up with white cake, white rhino, fucking like 30 varieties of weed back in the Prop 215 days. And we used to hang out, and we were getting stoned one day at this one shop, and there's lots of crayons around. I was like, Jack, man, and I threw him about 12 crayons. I said, just write your name down, sign this. This is his book, by the way. He did this book. I said, sign your name with all the crayons. So he did. He signed his name with the crayons. And he's a big marijuana advocate. For anyone who's a marijuana advocate, you probably heard of Jack Herer. He's a friend of mine, or was. We don't hang around. That was back like in 2012, 13, 14, somewhere around there. Lots changed since then. Hold on, let me catch up on chat. I've been running my mouth. Oh, you guys are chatting with each other, leaving me out of the damn conversation. Oh, dude, JM, you should watch my videos, man. I just did a video on fast food and all the chemicals that are in it, and how several of the fast food places actually serve shit that causes cancer. And people still haven't put together why we're such a sick nation, as they eat at McDonald's and fucking Taco Bell's the worst. You have fucking cow antibiotics and steroids still in the food, not safe for human consumption, and you're eating it. If you go to fast food. Yeah, no, I'll watch it, JM, but yeah, oh my God. It's the shit that's in your food these days, people. Oh my God. Make sure to buy some platinum too, because even now, Liberty and Finance is finally done again after a year and a half of me running my mouth. He's finally caught on. And actually, he did an Andy Scheckman's first one because of Jake the Snake Roberts Jake's Custom Car Parts, who's a friend of Andy, ran his mouth to him about platinum. And then I guess he told fucking Dunnigan about platinum. And they looked at the charts and figured out, damn, platinum's only 25% of its actual value. Holy shit, Neil was right. Let's talk about this. Now they're offering platinum, which is cool. Thank you, Jake. And quite frankly, platinum will be a deal at $2,000 an ounce. Yes, art collector, deodorants. And here's something you can do. The reason why deodorants are bad for you, my mom, before she died, was really focused on this because she was into holistic health and alternative medicines and shit. And it's the heavy metals that they put in. I think it's aluminum mostly in the older underarm deodorants and shit that they say cause Alzheimer's and all this other shit. And it's the heavy metals in your system. So if you take a bath with Epsom salt and baking soda, and you soak for 20 minutes in a hot bath with a lot of Epsom salt and baking soda, I'm not sure how much, but just, half a box and like 2 pounds of Epsom salt and soak in a hot bath, it detoxes you. It pulls heavy metals out of your system. If you do 2 or 3 of those a week or a month for continuously, you'll always be pulling heavy metals out of your body, and it'll keep you healthier. So you don't have to worry about the shit that our government's allowing business to put in their products for profit that kill us. Fucking government. Chad. Hey, I was a medic in the army. I like that fucking stuff. It reminded me of Gandalf and the serpent, the Balrog. Dude, I'm telling you guys, you need to look into solar-powered catamarans. A house on water. Maintenance. What maintenance? It's electric engine. If you look at those engines, they don't need maintenance. There's no moving parts. I mean, it's fucking a little expensive to buy, but my God, if you don't like fucking the coastline you're living on because of their fucked up laws, pull up anchor and leave and tell them to fuck off. Sorry, YouTube. I didn't mean to use bad language. Yeah, but Wealth of Nations, whatever that long ass word, glutathione, glutathione also helps get the heavy metals out of your body. I like the Epsom salts baking soda because as an iron worker, like if you step over a piece of wood and you hit yourself in the shin or the knee, it really, I mean, it might hurt. I don't know. It doesn't really, to me, it wouldn't hurt. You hit yourself with some steel and do that, it fucking hurts for days. You turn around, run into things, elbow hit something. So I do the hot bath soaks with Epsom salt for the bruising. It's like fucking going to football practice, basically. But also I add the baking soda because I found out about health benefits of the baking soda and Epsom salt. So that's why I do that. You know what I do, Callymore? I have a glass of orange juice. And halfway through the hot bath, as you like, because you're also pushing out fluids, boom, get that fresh orange juice going in through your system. Oh, hold on a second. You know how, Chad, I go through applesauce like fucking madman. I go through about 4 bottles of applesauce a month. Yeah, steel hurts bad, Will. It really does. Yeah. I've been hit several pieces of steel. Silent Seeker Catamaranes with a hydrogen electric generator. Interesting. I've got my own design though, see, so it doesn't matter what the thing is, what the engine or the power system is. I have a design for the actual catamaran itself that's totally knock your socks off, different than anything you've never seen before. that I'm going to put out there as soon as I can find someone to do it on a computer generated 3D walkthrough of it, which will take money. So hopefully soon I'll have the money to pay someone to do that. But yeah, that's the way to go. Biodiesel, hydrogen, hybrid generator with electric engines powered by solar and wind. Mary, you got to watch that. You got to watch that. You got to watch how much. Capful, yeah. What I was, as far as hydrogen peroxide, the way I was told to do it is 1 drop in 8 ounces one day, 2 drops, second day, 3 drops, third day, 4 drops, fourth day up to 6 drops, and then go backwards after that. And that's how you add oxygen to your blood. You don't want to do it all at once. Like capful is quite a bit of hydrogen peroxide to add to water, but I always go. I'm always cautious on my numbers. I don't build them up. I keep them conservative. So a capful might be cool. Yeah, 3%. Yes. Yeah, apple cider vinegar. Shit, I don't have a glass with me. I take about 3 times a week, a glass about like that of some reverse osmosis water, and I'll take about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and add it to that water and drink that. It doesn't taste bad at all, believe it or not. Actually, Gerald, no, there's a better way to lessen drag than any kind of fin bullshit. There's another way to do that, but I don't want to say because it's top secret. Batman. That's not top secret. I needed to have done the James Bond theme, but yeah, no, there's another way. Gerald Draper has nothing to do with hydrofins. Everyone's looking at things wrong. Everyone's got things wrong. Y'all wrong. Everybody's wrong. No, I've got a way no one's ever thought of. It'll work a lot better. It's to give you a think less resistance. The boat will have less resistance in the water with the system I have, and that'll increase efficiency. And it has to do with design. Yes, I also do right now. Neighbors' lemon trees, they're still green, but typically I have a lemon in this glass sitting up here that I cut the top off of, and I'll squirt a little bit of it in water. If I don't have the apple cider vinegar, I'll put the lemon in there. Reverse osmosis water, and I add a teaspoon of, for 5-gallon bucket, a teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt to add minerals back to the water, because reverse osmosis takes 99.9% everything out, and that's not really good for you. You need the electrolytes and minerals and shit like that. But that way I add what I want to the water. Gerald Draper, there is a Archimedes screw type design. It's called, and I'm going to barbatize the name. It's a Tortellina design of propeller that gives 30% more propulsion just by the design of the propeller. It's not got the 3 or the 4, the spin. It's more like a corkscrew of fins. It's a cool ass design, but it costs like $30,000. They're expensive. There's something to be said for pulling a boat along too with engine instead of pushing it. Yes, it will, John Bethy. There's a lot of things you can do naturally that'll help. Like in my tea, I have cinnamon and honey. Cinnamon lowers blood pressure and cholesterol. So by drinking tea with just adding honey or cinnamon to it, I'm keeping my blood pressure and cholesterol low. No, No one's prepared for when shit hits the fan, Mary. We just think we are because we don't know what it's going to be like and we don't know what to prepare for. We think we do. And that's the thing, we think we do. That's why I always say be kind, helpful, and grateful because everyone's going to get fucked in one way or another. And someone's going to be lucky and have done the right thing just by luck, not that they prepped for it, just by luck, because they're going to try and take everything from everybody. That means everything we can think of, they're going to fuck us over on, my opinion. But what I can say, if you have a water filter straw and you're not one of those people that bug out, every water heater has 30 to 50 gallons of water in it. Just saying. So if your neighbor bugs out, he's leaving 30 to 50 gallons of fresh water. If pumps go out and EMP hits and shit and you can't pump water, you don't have water pressure, every neighbor who bugs out just left you at least 30 gallons of fresh water, drinking water. Hope that helps somebody someday. Faraday cage, you know that your microwave oven and probably regular older steel ovens. I know microwaves. Anything that makes a microwave and you can shut a door and it keeps the microwave in is a Faraday cage. So you can stick. If you have a larger microwave, you can stick your computers, phones, and everything in there real fucking quick. Shut the door and guarantee it's a Faraday cage. That is quite possible. That's why I say everyone, and that's why I'm planting fava beans in front of my neighbor's yard where I grew corn. If you watched my videos last year, I grew, or was it last year I grew corn? The year before that, I grew corn. I don't know. One of those times I grew corn, like 100 years of corn. They didn't do that well because I had put down good soil and shit, but I didn't cultivate the soil. I just augmented the soil. That's why I'm growing fava beans right now, so they'll deposit the nitrogen and shit in there. And I'm going to redo corn this year there, and I'm also going to do heavy on the watermelon and the cucumber next spring as well. Try to grow more substance as far as fruits or vegetables, not fruits, vegetables. And I'm also cultivating my orange tree that's been fucked up by pushing I cut back the trumpet tree away from it, and it's now flourishing because apparently they don't get along. And also, I need to buy about 15 more bags of cat food and 3 or 4 more bags of dog food. Because I think James right. They're going to hit with the food first as far as hyperinflation. 100% Ninja Economic Ninja is 100% correct. Hyperinflation will occur in food and energy. So stock your pantries within a year, within probably 6 months or less. Food's going to go up. Get your canned shit right now. Load your pantry. And in the 1930s, when we had that late 30s, 40s, whenever it was, we had the Depression. 30% of America was unemployed, 70% of us were working, and it was bad times. This time they say it's going to be worse, so say 50% of people are out of jobs. 50% of us will be working. If everyone's kind, helpful, grateful, prepares for 2 families, prep for 2 families. Not that you're going to make that big of a difference, but if everybody who does that, for one, you're going to be blessed. But it won't be as hard on their country and on our citizens and our brothers and sisters. Yeah, watermelons are also very, very good to give away to people as a food source. Last year I did watermelons. This year I didn't. Next year I'm going to do a lot of watermelons. Got a story. I live in a city. I got a real small spot, a very small spot, and they're varied. One's in the neighbor's yard, 2 spots in my yard. Yes, I have to really plan my garden. Yes, definitely get a water filter, as Sven59 Shaw says. I got I got a bag right behind that chair over there. There's you can't see the chair, and I got a straw water filter in it, and I got another. I have two of them. I don't know where the second one is, but I have two straw water filters. One of them's for when my neighbors bug out. I'll have their water heater at 40 gallons. That's 40 days that I don't have to worry. And if they use an EMP, there's another 40. Some good for 80 days on top of the 60 gallons I have. Some good for 140 days, almost half a year. I'm good for water. And that's not even leaving 50 foot, 100 foot, 50 foot. And water's the first thing that people are going to get fucked on. Speaking of which, if shit does hit the fan, first aid supplies. Load up on first aid supplies because everyone's going to be bugging out. It's going to have sprains, bruises, and cuts, and they're going to get infected. Go team. Nice, Callie. You're getting there, girl. I just, I'd buy a lot of rice. I'm mostly concerned about my dogs and cats having food. I'll get by. We have the guy across the street has a secondary avocado tree. And he's a good friend of mine. So now I have access to two 35-foot tall avocado trees. Nice, Chad. I still have to get mine. I'm going to grow a couple. And I'm actually going to talk to my neighbor. We're not going to do tomatoes. I loaded him up. My God, you should see the tomatoes still on those 9 plants. There's probably 200-300 tomatoes. Nobody wants them because we've given so many away. We've given so many tomatoes away. We're going to have to throw them away. So next year, I'm doing a whole bunch of watermelon there and cucumbers. Yeah, we ain't going there, John. Rain's better than that. Someone's water heater when they bug out is better than that. And hell, you don't even have to do that if you're in fucking hot areas. Just take some cellophane and put it at an angle. Actually, no. Put it on top of a water source and then drop a rock off to the side. Make sure the water source is in the center. Drop a rock on the cellophane off to the side, and then have a bucket above where that rock is. That way all the humidity rises up. It'll hit that cellophane and then drip down into your bucket, and you produce your own water, even from salt water. All you need is cellophane, a rock, and 2 buckets in time. If you're in a hot area, it doesn't work in the cold area. Nice, Mary. Peach and apple tree are good. Apples are really good. You can make applesauce, apple cider, apple vinegar. You make a lot of stuff with apples. I have shitloads. If you saw any of my videos, the rosemary, the neighbor, when I grow the corn, his whole front yard is rosemary up on the walkway on the sidewalk, and then right behind the rosemary is where I'm going to plant the corn. Right now, just today, I put the fava bean seeds in. Oh yeah, hold on a second here, Art. Okay, for potatoes, you can grow vertical potatoes and get hundreds of potatoes. You do a round little square rectangular. There we go. Little rectangular fencing. You get them about 4 foot tall. Get some of that. Make about a 3 foot round diameter, and then hook it up. Put straw, soil, 4 inches straw, 4 inches soil. Put your potatoes on what would be the east, south, and north end. put some more soil on top of them, put some more straw, and repeat that process to the top. And what you'll find is as the sun comes up, it'll hit the east, the south, and the west end, and you'll get potatoes growing out vertically from everywhere. And you can like multiples of potatoes. And then all you got to do is lift the whole thing up. It all falls down. You harvest potatoes, clean up the mess, do it again. If you got like a balcony. Oh, so you're near Ron. He's in St. Louis. That sucks, man. You know, Washington killed a cherry tree too, so he's in good company. Damn, hold on a second. Well, you're doing too good there. I got a fig tree as well. Fig tree, grapefruit tree, and an orange tree in my yard. Neighbor's got, he's only got a lemon tree. They got a peach tree, a fig tree, an orange tree, and an avocado tree. And of course, I have access to both lawns because I am kind, helpful, and grateful and have been in this neighborhood for 20 years. So people like see me walk, they see me walking into someone else's yard. It's normal. I'll go check. I shut doors for people that leave them. I mean, I'm like fucking John Wayne in the neighborhood. Everyone looks at me and is like, he's not doing anything wrong. Don't worry about him. It's just, it's Mary. John Bithy, there is something to be said about that. Sweet, Chad. Nice, Callie. Ted Lane and you were USA. You guys are cracking me up. So no one wants to comment on the gold thing. I've still been waiting for someone to comment about that. Do you believe me when I say America's probably got more gold in the ground than South Africa ever had in the ground? Which, by the way, would make us the richest country in the nation. In the world, not nation. Richest country in the nation. How stupid is that? Richest country in the world. Do a poll. How do I do a poll? Let's see here. What's this? Participants, pop out chats, timestamps, moderate. I don't see how I can do a poll. I don't have a plus sign, bro. I'm limited. I see no plus sign. No, it's not in the Grand Canyon, Chad. It's in Northern California, in the Sierra Nevadas. Nope. Not showing off anything. I don't hardly have anything. I'm poor. Look at this. You see this? Does that scream rich to you? Beside the plus one. Oh, okay. Start a poll. That's kind of cool. Now I can't see chat. There we go. I can't vote. Oh, yes, I can vote. 100% yes. I'm the only one who voted. John, man, you need to go kill some deer, bro. You have 30 acres out there. Draw them in. Plant some of their favorite food, whatever deer's favorite food is. What is it? It eludes me right now. I know, like alfalfa or something like that. It seems like everyone's voting yes. Well, that's cool. No wonder no one said anything. Well, we're all smarter than I anticipated everyone being. Because when I found that out, it was like, it blew my mind. I was like, hold on, because I read the story. It was like, yeah, they only pulled out 10% of the gold because it started to kill the American economy. Too much gold, not enough dollars. The dollar to gold ratio was reverse of what it is now, and it would have collapsed our economy. So they shut it down with 90% of the gold still in the ground. And I was like, what? And some more research found out they pulled out 750,000 tons. I was like, how much gold does South Africa mine? 3 million tons? Damn. We have more gold than South Africa. And China got South Africa into BRICS because they had gold and platinum and diamonds. Yeah, they ain't got none of that shit now. Impala Mines is fixing to close down because the economic war is killing them. I like daylilies too, Wealth of Nation. I used to go, there was this 15-acre farm field in southern Alabama. All I had was daylilies, $15 for a bunch of them, a grouping. It was a bunch. They grew in clumps. You get $15, different types, bearded, variegated, double bearded, dwarf, all kinds of daylilies, all kinds of colors, all out there. $15 for a bunch of them. He made a lot of money on that. And as fast as those sons of bitches reproduce, every year that son of gun made a lot of money selling daylilies. Oh, I thought you loved daylilies. This deer loves daylilies. Nice, John. Chad. Canada has JM and JM. Canada is loaded with gold, silver, nickel, copper, and JM. Thank you, Mary. Yes, I still have my foster kids. I think I have them locked in jail because they bothered me. Let me see about releasing them. Hold on. Let me see if they're in jail. No, they're not in jail. Are you talking about these two guys? Hey, you. These guys are cute. Yes, I'm probably going to be a failed foster, and I'll have 7 cats. Well, no, Finn, can't do it. I sold it all. I don't have any. They're about 5 months, 4 months. The black one is kind of dwarfed. They're both brothers from the same litter, and the white one is twice the size as the black one. I think the black one's just a dwarf. But the black one likes giving kisses. Like I'll go to kiss him, and he'll put both his claws up and grab my neck and pull me in to give him another kiss. He's hella funny. I'm probably not getting rid of any of them. I'm a failed foster. I'm gonna keep both of them. Nope. Nope. This show's not about flaunting that stuff. It's about exchange of information. I'm trying to keep people informed of how they're being bullshitted by everybody else. The Missouri State Fair. Gerald. Yes, I did, Wealth of Nations. I lost everything. The Pacific Ocean is not friendly to 6-foot sailboats. I was taking them out there on a little, sun was going down. It was kind of romantic. I brought my silver, my platinum, I was serenading them, wave pit, lost my violin and my silver and my platinum. That's when I came up with, I got little life vests, individual life vests for silver and platinum. I'm selling for $19.99 per ounce. So that way you can put little, you take your silver, you stick it in a life vest. So when you go out and you serenade it on the ocean, you don't lose it like I did. This is recorded too, in case anyone's watching. Yeah, actually, JM, if you watched any of my reports, Russia already has that fucking locked up. They've got 32 functioning icebreakers. I think they got 4 more of the largest in the world coming out. And if they keep the Northern Passage open year-round, thank you, global warming, shipping's going to go that way. Fuck all the Suez Canal and all these other canals. Because if they go the Northern Passage, I mean, Captain Cook, everyone's been looking for the Northern Passage for hundreds of years. Russia's got it. And if they can keep it open year-round, which they're real close to doing, they are going to control shipping. Because any cargo vessel that gets shipped, if it takes the Northern Passage, will save 30% on fuel, time, and manpower as far as pay, because it's going to be a shorter time period. So Russia's already they've already opened up all their Cold War bases, and they're opening up, I think they're building 2 deep water ports up there. Yeah, watch my shows, man. It's old news. Yeah. It's big news, actually. I call him Little Man because he's not getting big. Bingo is a good name if he gets big. If he keeps being a dwarf kitty, he's going to be little man. But he is Bingo because he got me, and he struck it rich when he did that. He was like, ooh, that human's mine. He going to take care of me. Chad, be like Mork with the eggs. Fly, be free. Nanu. Yeah, Russia's Wealth of Nation. Russia's fixing to have it open year-round. Every time you hear about glacier receding, think about Russia becoming trillionaires in shipping, global shipping, controlling it. And I guarantee you, they don't know nothing happening on their waters. They'll blow any fucking terrorist boat out of the water. Just like, not like down there in the Red Sea or wherever you have to pass by Yemen and you have to get harassed. And those guys are losing their minds, man. And then, now you get me back on OPEC. Who gives a crap about OPEC? You know, Nigeria is fixing to be a net seller of oil. They're not OPEC. And there's a couple other countries out there that are fixing to be sellers of oil that aren't OPEC. So there's a huge dynamic shift happening. It's going to take a couple of years, probably a decade. OPEC moving out. Basically, all your BRICS countries that are oil countries are going to be and all the countries that aren't BRICS countries that are now getting into oil because they have the facilities to do so and the whatever, resources to be able to get into oil are getting into oil, and no one's talking about that. I did a report on Nigeria. They're running a test run right now. They just bought some crude oil to run a test to make sure their refinery's working properly, and they're going to be pumping their own oil. Yeah, you're going to find as the price of oil goes up, a lot of countries are going to be doing that. Mary, God bless you. That's how I ended up with 4 dogs and shitloads of kittens, cats. That's it, Mary. Give them all forever homes. You will be blessed tenfold. Eternity is a long time. Be blessed in eternity. Sylvia? It's a boy, though, Callie. The little black one? It's a boy. Silva, I guess, is a boy name. It's quite all right, Mary. Yes, they do, Wealth of Nations, and they're not an OPEC nation either, and they're not part of BRICS. And that's why I'm saying, man, people are... I think BRICS is going to be something, man. All there is an alternative to the dollar, and it's not a beautiful alternative. It's a worse alternative than the dollar at this point in time. And every country that's not joining BRICS is going to be something. Every country that's joining BRICS in 10 years is going to be nothing. Matter of fact, Ethiopia just joined BRICS. They're threatening. I was going to do an article on a report on it today. They just threatened to go to war with their neighbor. Go BRICS. And that sucks because I like Ethiopia. I've been keeping up with Ethiopia. I think it's stupid, but whatever. Everyone's stupid. Well, yeah, no buying, man. Buying's a bull crap way to do things. I think like Paris Hilton ought to be fucking tarred and feathered. Breeders love her. Callie Moore, 100%. I'm already considering that and loading up on the pet food. Luckily, I got 17 of them spayed and neutered in this block, in this area, and they keep all the others away. That's why I keep feeding those ones. Got one female still pumping out kittens. That's why I got the 2 I got. As soon as I catch her and get her fucking clipped, we're gonna have no new babies or no new cats. Other than and no, there's like 20 out that are in my block that I feed. So they'll keep all the others out. That, and there's people across the street have a feeding station, and a guy back over here has a feeding station, and a guy right down the road has a feeding station. So there's a lot of feeding stations. Hey, feed them, they will come, man. I feed animals, man. Animals don't have a choice, man. They get what people give them, and most people just give them shit and then kick them out. I look at things differently. I'll give a dog a house, and I'll kick a human out, because a human's a piece of crap 9 out of 10. Makes selfish decisions, thinks of themselves only, doesn't consider anything else or anyone else, or the ramifications of their greed and whatever. People need to think about consider the ramifications of their actions. But instead, we watch TV and pick up, oh, I want it. Sally has it. I want it. The Joneses have it down the street. I need it. And so many things get lost in the shuffle. You got it. Yeah, right. Yeah, Gerald. And again, correct, Wealth of Nations. You got that one. Yeah, that's why I like the idea of solar power catamaran. Because everyone says, oh, you can't have a weapon on a gun. Yeah, you can. You can have a weapon on a boat. You just can't enter certain countries. So what? Don't enter those countries. Keep your weapons. Live on your boat. Solar power catamaran. Go wherever the fuck you want, man. Stay at some atoll in the middle of the Pacific. Catch fish all day. Go swimming. Keep your guns. Fuck everybody. Well, that's cool. Feeding the birds is a cool thing. Art collector. Neighbor next door takes care of it feeds hummingbirds. We have shitloads of hummingbirds around here, and takes care of doves, injured doves. So we have a lot of doves. Yes, they have Wealth of Nations. We've been trying to prepare for that for the past year here. We're in my neighborhood. Yeah, Chad, you either become a slave to your animals or you become a slave to the system. you know, one brings you happiness, one brings you hell. Choose your slavery. Damn, Gerald, you're eating good. Yeah, I'm thinking I might pick up some ammo, but I don't know. I've never been a big gun guy. I'm always good for a secondary perspective, Chad. Trust me, as an IR worker, I moved around the nation from job to job, high rise, different state, different city, different state, different city, different hemisphere, different move, chasing the dog. I wasn't happy. I pick up that little kitty. I get more happiness. Yeah. So what's going to make you live longer? Figure out what life's about. How long has the dollar been around? Well, apparently life's not about the dollar then, is it? We just run in a fucked up world right now. And the only way to change that is change ourselves. John, you'll be well fed. So yeah, I kind of sort of understand that, but not everyone's on board, art collector. Yeah, okay, Mary. What service were you in? Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, National Guard, Space Force. Had to throw it in there. That's a lie, Finn. Once a cat becomes domesticated and a person throws it out and it's used to getting fed, it forgets how to feed itself. It takes a while and it usually dies figuring it out. But it makes people feel better to throw a cat out and say, hey, it can take care of itself. But that's not true. It's a matter of responsibility. The word responsibility is your ability to respond. So as long as I have the ability to respond, I have the responsibility to feed them well. They will be fed well. If I was out in the streets, someone threw me out in the streets, I'd want someone to come along, take care of me good, and give me a happy place to be with other happy animals or humans. So if you want it, you got to give it, because you ain't going to get it if you don't give it. That's one fact I had figured out. Yeah, I went in when I was 17 too, back in 1985. Signed up as a medic, field medic. Ended up doing all kinds of cool shit. And then got discharged because the Congress changed the GI Bill. And then a couple years later, they called me back illegally to serve in a war. And that's why the shit's all fucked up if you look at my military record. It reads about like two paragraphs. And I was an E2 when I got out. Got like 24 months in a war. And I was an E2. That's kind of hard. No Article 15s or anything. Yeah, typically after 6 months you get E3, and after 2 years you're an E4, where you have a lot of Article 15s. In my case, I was E2, no Article 15s, E2, 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 and I was out. E2. And didn't have VA benefits for 23 years. Because no one believed the story. It was too heavily redacted. My DD 214 is 2.5 paragraphs. 2.5 paragraphs. Whatever. Yeah, it was back in the 80s when I joined too. Yeah. I don't know if it was one of the best things I did. I guess it was a necessity for my life, for me to experience what I experienced and do what I did to get where I am now, I guess. And I like where and who I am, so I really don't like where I am in California. That sucks politically. But other than politically, well, it's actually not pretty anymore either. But I've been lying to myself for a couple of years. I don't know why the fuck I'm still here. Yeah, I remember that, Finn. Just this is a great psychological experiment for yourself to find out how good of a person you are. Take the time to learn how to befriend that cat. Because every freaking cat I got, the mother cat brought it to my front door. I didn't go get them. They brought them to me. So just listen to the cats. I know it sounds weird. Listen to the animals, listen to nature. Indians talking shit. Yeah, well, let me put my war paint on. Listen to nature. It does talk if you know how to listen. Oh, that's why I'm still here. I'm trying my best too, man. I just since 1996 I've been here trying my best and ain't got nowhere. Tired. Right on, Mary. Tell them all. Baci di cazzo baffanculo. That's Italian. Yeah, I said that pretty good, huh? You don't want to know what it means. Yeah, I went in because my brother got out of high school and he joined the Army. He had 18 years. He was the number one perfect son. Couldn't do anything wrong. Glorified, all that other bullshit. And a month after he moved out, my parents got divorced and I was living behind a bar. And I was like, fuck this shit. Get me the fuck out of this house. Or excuse me, this apartment, which is right behind the bar. I mean, it's like a wall like that. And it closed at 3 a.m. Yeah, okay, I'm out of here. Military is a beautiful place for me. And it was right for the time. Brenda, hey, how's it going, girl? Brenda O. Hard to have scarcity if you uncover it all, just like diamonds and petroleum. Exactly. Look at how they control the price of diamonds. Man, that shit, you can go down some places in South Africa. If they didn't have armed guards stopping you, you could walk along the beach and pick up diamonds. No lie. That's how many there are. Why you pay so much for a diamond, I will never know. Because they are not rare, they are not scarce, they are the most manipulated thing in the world, price-wise. Okay, Dukes of Hazzard. Probably the blonde guy. The one who turned out to be a singer. A bad singer, and he lost his acting career and his singing job. Decatur, Alabama. That's down there towards Pensacola, Florida ways. Escambia County, also Alabama, but Escambia County, Florida, which is right below Escambia County, Alabama. Oh, diamonds are a big scam. Big scam, Kelly. Big scam. If I ever did hook up with a woman, she would hate me because she'd say, "Give me a diamond ring." I'd look at her and go, "How about some, what's that glass one? Let's get that glass one. It's like $2. It looks better." Hey, trust me, I was born in April. My shit's a diamond. My gemstone's a diamond. They're like so many of them everywhere. And when you go to work on a job site and you have a diamond cut and saw, a diamond steel tip saw that's disposable. Okay. Put it together. Yeah, Bo Duke, that's it. I know nothing about that, Chad. Where did that other person go that I just said hello to? Come on up here. Gandalf's hollering. Come on, Gandalf, come on. Come on. Brenda. Are you still here, girl? Talk. Do not be shy. Good. Silver needs to drop. It needs to drop so we can all buy silver and platinum. We all need to buy silver and platinum. Buy. Especially platinum. Be like that commercial. Do you like gold? You're going to love platinum. That's not what he says. Yeah, any physical thing that's given for relationship reasons is for show. It's between two people. It's like your relationship with God. It's between you and God. I have nothing to do with it. Your wife has nothing to do with it. Your kids, your mom, dad. No one has nothing to do with it. It's between you and God. Your relationship with your old lady. It's between you and your old lady. And if she wants to flaunt gold, diamonds, jewelry, did you get the right old lady? Sorry for saying old lady. It might be disrespectful, not the way I was raised in other cultures, and the way other people were raised. It might be disrespectful. I did not mean it that way. That's no big deal. I'm just glad someone stopped by that I'd never seen before. Oh, check this out. I'm hoping one day someone's going to find a flaw in these new quarters. I am hoping these are brand new, uncirculated, never opened. I'm gonna start collecting these and hope that I don't know what state that is. It's both the same female with Washington on this side. I don't see a state name. So hopefully there'll be a flaw and one will be worth a lot of money. Because with the way the American government's fucking up, I'm kind of counting on it. That's interesting, Chad. Ooh, $12. That would be nice. I had a job, C&H factory. They wanted me to take this out. That's silver. I put that in when I was like 19. I said, get screwed, and I put a Band-Aid on it. Haven't taken it out in like 30, 40 years. 30-some years. No, I do not have Truth Social if you're talking to me. I do have Kitty Cat Social, for which one is looking at me right now. Come here, you. Sweet, Gerald. Your father's a smart man and quick with the thought. Hey, little man, you're facing the wrong way. He's just hanging there. Get your feet up there. Get your feet up there. Well, most cats are, they can be independent, unlike this one. Okay, come on, get on the shoulders. I don't want to support you. Support yourself. Be a big man. Be a big man. Don't fall. Support yourself. There you go. Support yourself. Come on, big man. He's eating my hair. Man, jewelry is average $300 overpriced. JM Unleashed. No, 7. One in his pen and him in his brother's bedroom. 7. I have 6 for the 5 big cats. I have 6, and 1 for the little cats. So 7. A lot. I've always wondered how this looks. all I can see is little ears in the back of his head. Now I can look and see the camera and see this guy. Oh, that's nothing, JM. You've seen my front yard with the 2 terraces? I clean those out of cat crap as well every day. I average about 7 craps I pick out of the outside gardens, front garden. Because I have a lot of outside cats that wander. along with inside cats that jump on my neck. See, he hears those other guys playing. Look at that face. Look at that face. You gonna jump down? I have a 13-year-old blue nose pit and an 11-year-old ridgeback, both rescued in the backyard. And what I tell everybody is my dogs are the alarm. I'm security. Don't fuck with my dogs. You hurt my dogs, it's going to be worse for you. Don't hurt my dogs or my cats. Right on, JM. Thank you for stopping by, Gerald. Yeah, he's happy right here. I'm trying to teach him to be a neck warmer if he's going to remain small. You have a good evening, Gerald. Thank you for stopping by, brother. I guess I could close this poll, huh? Sweet. This guy didn't know. Take care. Yeah, I forgot about it too, till just now. What? What? Hmm? You went down? I think they're new in their stealth, and we'll have better ones later. I'm more interested in the F-22 or the F-35 new variant, where the fighter pilot has control of up to 12 drones that are like 17 foot long, carry their own payload, and can be used to block incoming targets if his missiles miss. I mean, that is more impressive because now you have one man fighter squadron, bombing squadron, one man, 13 planes. Wow. As far as the stealth bombers, Russia had them before the Ukraine war started. I recall one story where Russia was told not to fly their bombers over Ukraine airspace, and the radar showed the blip of the Russian bomber, and then it was coming up to the Ukrainian airspace, and the blip to the Russian bomber stopped, and then it restarted on the other side of the Ukrainian airspace to where legally it couldn't be proven that get up there. It couldn't be proven that the Russians flew over Ukrainian airspace because somehow they were able to make their plane go stealth while in flight. This is the other one, by the way. What's up, other one? He's not a neck guy. He's a lot bigger. I just hold him like that, keep his feet here like a rabbit. Scratch his belly. You take care, Mary Radcliffe. Thank you for stopping by. I really don't listen to music, Art Collector. I don't go out of my way to turn the radio on. I'll say that. And my neighbor's a musician. He's in a famous band, I guess. What are you doing? So, any subjects you guys would like to speak about, since we already know America's the wealthiest nation in the world as soon as we get the gold, or prove that we have it, which has been the information that's being suppressed. Yeah, I've heard. Actually, there was a study when I was studying on bees. There was a botanical scientist doing study in Africa, and they noticed when elephants would go to this one type of tree and start stripping the leaves of it, the tree would put off two chemical responses. One of them made the leaves turn bitter for the taste of the elephant, and the other chemical signature it gave off was sending a warning to other trees that caused other trees to change their chemistry to make their leaves taste bitter before the elephants even got there, proving that trees and plants are intelligent. And they have actually proven they do chemical warfare and communicate with each other and have feelings. But vegetarians don't want to talk about that. Do they? No, just give me my catnip. I don't care if it's alive. Slingshots are pretty bad. If you have wrist rockets, they're even better. All right, well, both these guys are asleep, so I'm going to lock you both up. Let me see your eye. I'm going to put these guys in kitty prison so they'll leave me alone. Say goodbye. Goodbye. I only have my lap to myself. You know, I wouldn't know the answer to that, Finn, because I don't listen to music. Hell, I thought John Lennon's first son was pretty good until Yoko Ono continued to fuck that up, in my opinion. But other than that, do not know. I guess JM actually would be better to answer that question because he's more into music. His channel, they do karaoke and stuff, so he's into the music scene where I'm not. Southside Silhouette. Sorry, I had to. It's my thing. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end it. Yeah, the government's real good at kicking the can down the road. That's one thing they are expert at. Don't end. Okay, we'll go for a couple, 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes. Wrist rockets are 10 times more powerful than a slingshot and more accurate. It's definitely a lot more accurate. I was actually paying 24-hour live stream. You're asking way too much now. I was playing paintballs with some guys. We bought some shit from Kmart when Kmart was still around. They bought little handguns that you had to pump and shoot. And I bought a wrist rocket because I figured it would shoot more accurately further, which I was right, because the propellant of the CO2 cartridge would only propel a liquid flow ball so far. And I figured that wrist rocket would go further. And the 2 guys had me pinned down. We were on the north end of Mount Diablo over here. And the 2 guys had me pinned down behind a tree. So I loaded one shot, and I just real quick turned around the tree, pulled that sumbitch real far, and let go of it. And one of the dudes, then I started to go back behind the tree, and one of the dudes turned to shoot. And it hit him right between the eyeballs with some force too, because he had a welt in his head. He had sunglasses on and all, but it was funny as hell. They no longer had me pinned down. I do crazy shit because I knew the weapon. This is how stupid. Well, not stupid. It is kind of, I guess, from one perspective, it's stupid. I knew the power of the weapons that they had to shoot the paintballs was at a certain PSI for the little cartridge they had. So I ran across an open field to draw their fire at me because I knew their psyche would be like, oh, easy target. And they'd all shoot and they'd be missing like sons of bitches, which they were. But while they were doing that, my friends were moving in behind them and shot them all. Yeah, it was funny. It was hella funny. I used to be real good at a paintball. Yeah, you need a wrist rocket. They are good. If you become accurate with the wrist rocket, man, you take one of these things right here. That's a marble. And you can someone up bad. Real bad. You can take out an eye. Yeah, paintball's fun as hell, JM. Especially when they don't when like teams are out there with the regular crowd playing paintball, they like have all their strategies, but none of them are military people. And you look at them and before they're playing, and you see how they are with their little bravado and shit, and you come up with a tactic that'll fuck them up. I did that with this professional group called the Super Bees. I think they are out here. They asked me to join them after one day playing paintball with my strategies. I fucked them up because they weren't expecting what I was given. Man, anything's good in a slingshot. A little rock, a freaking acorn, hell, a walnut. Oh, that'd be funny. Get hit in the head with a walnut, have it crack. The way to break nuts. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, that'd be funny. Like, you can use anything. You use anything in a wrist rocket, man. It's unreal. And here's another thing. If you got some land, or even if you don't have any land, build a little 6-foot trebuchet. They got little kits you can buy. Build a little trebuchet, and then all you got to do is weigh it. Do a scientific weight, and have your weights there, and have a certain thing that you want to launch, and figure out what weight launches it how far. Because typically the wind won't bother it too much. And man, you can do some damage. A little Molotov cocktail. Launch that son of a bitch about 300 yards, hit just within 10 foot of somebody. They won't keep coming. And there's no regulation on that shit because it's medieval, baby. When someone says go medieval on your Atos, Break out your trebuchet and say, okay, I'll hit you from 400 yards, mofo. Your weapon's only good for 3. Then the bigger the trebuchet, a little 6-footer, if you make one like 10 foot or 12 foot, talking more like 800, 900 yards with a smaller smaller object to be tossed. What are you doing, Jin? Or Dixie? Harley's going to be jumping up here shortly. I just saw him. He made his first jump. See his little ass, his little tail right there. He's going to jump up there next if he does anything. Let's get some ball bearings. Little ball bearings. That or take an old rotor when you replace your rotors and just take out all of the little cylinder shaped things and use those. That would screw someone up bad. Not rotors. What are those things called? Little round thing goes on your tire, and then the wheel goes on it, and it's got all these little cylinder shaped things all put together. Oh man, it's been so long since I've worked on cars. Ball bearings, thank you. Yeah, anything works. See, that's the great thing about a wrist rocket. It's one size fits all, man. You'd fire a lighter at somebody. I don't know how accurate it'd be, but if you got good at it, you could get accurate. And I've taken lighters and thrown them real hard, just throwing them at the ground, and they break open. Kaboom! So actually firing lighter might not be that bad idea. And actually, the way the wrist rocket's set up, you could clear a lighter. So, you have a little explosive device in a lighter. You hit a hard object at the other end, don't like firing in the middle of the woods at somebody. Try and hit the tree right beside them to where it'll break on the tree and make the explosion with the little propane that's inside it. That breaking there would make a nice little boom. Wheel bearings, that's what it is. Thank you, John. Yeah, there's lots of things you can use. Man, I'm just looking around me. I'm seeing a lot of things. Little batteries. What's this here doing? This little Rayovac. Use that little Rayovac. Can you imagine getting hit by this? Oh, that would hurt. That would hurt like a son of a bitch. Oh, I'd have to drop everything, stop, go to the ground, and cry a little bit. Damn sure wouldn't be thinking about going forward. And that's the whole point of it. Pain as a deterrent. But yeah, if you're out in the country, man, you can get set up at about 20 paces, 60 foot, 20 yards, and start fucking figure out what type of device you want to use and see how it reacts. All right, guys, we've been going for 2 hours and 3 minutes. I have got to cut this thing short. Hell, it's been a long time. Thank every single one of you guys for being here. Make sure to buy yourself some silver and some platinum because they both on sale big time right now. And what you do is you hold on to your platinum. It's about $1,050. Hold on to it and wait till you can trade it for 2 ounces of gold. And then trade it. And gold will be at like $6,000 an ounce. And you'll be able to get 2 of them with 1 ounce of platinum that you paid $1,050 for if you hold on to it for a little while. That's what's going to happen. All right, you guys take care. Where's that button at? Right there. Be kind, helpful, and grateful because it's better than being a jerk. Your neighbors will appreciate you more and help you out when you need it if you're kind, helpful, and grateful. So please be kind, helpful, and grateful. Spay and neuter your pets. Take care of the animals. The way you judge a society is by the way they take care of their animals. Take care of the animals. Let people see us and see that we're good people. And What else? Oh, yeah, buy silver and platinum. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Where's that button at? There it is. And where's that other button? There it is.